Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are today tasting all fruits to rank them in order of best to worst. I've got my glamorous assistant Arlo here. Arlo, are you looking forward to this?
Yeah.
Do you like fruit?
Yeah.
Good. I'll explain the rules. To qualify for this, you had to be available this morning in Asda on Hall Road, Norwich. Some fruits have been lumped together. For example, melons. I've just got one melon to represent all melons. And I've got one orange-based, orangey citrus fruit. I've not got clementine, satsumas and all those sort of things. So one thing to represent all of them. So Arlo and I are going to go through all of these and we're going to give each thing a mark and then decide what is the champion of fruit. Now I know some of you as well will be saying, oh, you haven't got tomatoes there, or tomatoes are a fruit. That's why no one invites you out places. We're having things that are sweet fruits and fit the mood of a fruit rather than the dictionary definition. Okay, let's go. Okay, Arlo, we're going to start with apple first. Do you want to have the first bite of an apple? Or do you want me to cut a bit off for you?
Cut a bit off.
Okay. Now there's lots of different apples available. The best apple is russet, but unfortunately it's quite hard to get hold of. These are Braeburn, which is a decent mid-tier apple. There's a lot to be said for apples. They're quite easy to carry. They're quite sturdy. They do travel very well. Downsides of them is you get that leftover core unless you're mental and you eat it yourself. There's a lot of residue left, which brings the mark down for a fruit. Arlo, what are you going to give this out of 100 apples?
A billion.
A billion, right. I might do my markings. I think apple's a good mid-range fruit. It's got its pros, it's got negatives. I'm going to give it 48 out of 100. Okay, we're going to go from apples to the cousin of apples, the pear. Next, Arlo, do you like pears?
Yeah.
They're more sweet than an apple, and I think, for me personally, the pear is a better fruit than an apple is. Again, you've got the same problems with residue, but overall, I think pear's better. Can be a little bit messy on the hands, but that's just because they're ripe and good. So I'm going to give a pear 67 out of 100. Arlo, what are you giving it?
1,000,001,000.
1,000,001,000. I know what you're thinking. Robbie, how can you afford so much fruit? Well, it's because of the kind generosity of our video sponsor, Air Up. Air Up make a unique water bottle that gives flavour to water using only air. Here's how it works. You fill the Air Up bottle with still or sparkling water, pop in the straw and mouthpiece, then attach one of many different flavours of scent pod. You then activate the scent pod by pulling up gently and drink away. You're drinking pure water, but the scent pod tricks your brain into thinking you're drinking flavoured water. This is the second video Air Up have sponsored. I've had loads of lovely messages from viewers who have got the Air Up bottles and have been enjoying them. The bottles come in a wide variety of colours, including these brand spanking new blue and green ones, and loads of flavours besides fruit, like cola and elderflower. If you want to give Air Up a go, the good news is they are giving 10% off across their entire web shop to viewers of this channel. So if you order using the link in the description, you'll get a 10% discount, you'll help support the channel, and you'll get better tasting water. It's a win-win-win. Thanks, Air Up. Now back to the video. Plums next, a classic British food. I also enjoy a green gauge, but you don't get green gauge as much as you used to. Very similar. Used to get them a lot more in the 80s. I see them now and then, but overall, not very often. Have a little taste of that, Arlo. What do you think? Yeah, I was worried about this because I think we're not really in plum season. I'm recording this video in April. Of course, seasonality will play a big factor in this. So if your favourite fruit is doing badly here because it's out of season, I understand. This is the best fruits as of today in Asda, not an ad. Plums, what do you like about plum?
They're pretty sweet.
They are pretty sweet. They've got a little seed stone thing in the middle, of course, which is a little bit of residue, but you can always just, feels the kind of thing it's alright to just put on the ground. It might grow into a plum tree. I think this is better than a pear. I'm going to give this 70. Arlo, what mark are you giving plums?
1,000,003,000.
Right. Okay, next fruit now. Do you know what this is, Arlo? Give it a feel.
No.
It's hairy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a kiwi fruit.
I love kiwis.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. You can eat it with or without the skin. We're going to go skin on. Some people take it off. Don't think it's necessary. Have a little taste. What do you think?
I hate that skin.
You hate the skin? I'll get you a bit with no skin.
The best one yet.
The best one yet? Wow, great claim for the kiwi there. It's good for kiwi because it's a unique fruit. You don't really get any other sort of hairy fruit. I mean, the peach is a hairy fruit, but not to the degree this is. And from the outside, if you've never seen a kiwi, you'd be shocked what you found inside. I mean, look at the outside of that. You're not going to expect that, are you? It is better without the skin, but it's a bit faff to take the skin off, which I think goes against it. Arlo, what are you going to give the kiwi fruit out of 100?
1,000,000,009.
1,000,000,009. Personally, I'm not the biggest kiwi fan. It's a good taste inside. I like the hairy aspect of it, but I don't think it's a absolutely top tier thing. I'm going to give this 42. Next, it is lemons. Lemons are...
Oh, I hate.
You hate lemon? Well, we'll just have a little taste of it just to see what you think of it. Lemons are kind of a fruit, obviously, for putting in things. You don't just go, oh, I might just eat a lemon now. But in the interest of science, we're going to give it a little go. Arlo, will you try lemon and see what you think? I think your head was about to explode. Do that again. That was funny. Okay. It's not great eating a lemon. It's hard to rank where to put lemons because it's obviously got uses in cooking, but as an actual fruit tasting, it's not great. But I could do without apples more than I could lemons. I'm going to give it a surprisingly high mark of 55.
Right.
Not for its actual taste, but because of its use in cooking. Arlo, what would you give a lemon out of 100?
42.
42. This is a pomegranate, Arlo. Have you ever seen a pomegranate before?
No.
Let's cut it open and see what's inside. So pomegranate, Arlo, has these little seeds inside that you can. I'm just going to scoop some. I got them all over myself. I'm just going to scoop a seed out for you, and you can see what you think of it. This is pomegranate. Do you like it? Do you want to try another one?
Yeah. That one's way better.
Way better than the first one. Okay. I like pomegranate a lot, and it's fantastic if you get pomegranate seeds already removed from the pomegranate in a supermarket and things like that. The faff involved of actually getting into one of these pomegranates and getting all the seeds out, it's immense. I think it's got to go against it. The taste is fantastic, but for me, the faff rules it out from being a top tier fruit. I'm going to give it a 21. Right, Arlo, do you know what this is?
Yeah.
What is it?
Banana.
No, it's a plum.
No.
Yeah, you were right. It's a banana. Let's have a little taste of this. Banana's fantastic. It comes in its own package, ready wrapped. Good for the environment. You're not getting extra packaging stuff with it. Lovely soft things in there. Disadvantage of it, they can go when they get a bit bruised. People go against them, don't they? You've got to get the right timing. There's the greenness you don't want. But this is a perfectly ripe banana. I'm a big fan of it. Arlo, what do you think of bananas?
Good.
What are the bad things about banana? What don't you like about bananas?
The peels are hard to get off.
Overall, I think it's a world-class fruit. I really do. I think you are left with that little bit of rubbish, which takes a few marks off, but the cleanliness afterwards is fantastic. You don't end up with sticky or dirty hands, and you still get a lovely, sweet-tasting banana. I'm going to give bananas an 84. Arlo, what are you giving bananas out of 100?
1,050.
Wow. It's a passion fruit, another similar, I guess, in ways to the pomegranate, with I think with seeds inside, but a little bit easier to get out. Let's open this one up. You want to try it?
Yum.
Yum! I was not expecting a yum at the end of that.
How's this one better than the one I had last time.
I don't know, maybe it's riper, who knows. Either way, as you can see here, the passion fruit is a great tasting fruit. You don't get a huge amount in one, so you've got to have a few there, but it's a nice little treat, or a nice thing to put over the top of a fruit salad or something like that. Doesn't come with the same difficulty of getting the seeds out of the pomegranate, so I think overall it's a very, very decent, fancy, luxury fruit. It's not going to be your everyday go-to fruit, but it's a nice little treat every now and then. Arlo, what are you going to give it out of 100?
550.
Personally, I feel 550 is a little high. I'm going to go with 75. Limes next. Arlo, have you ever had a lime before?
Yep, and they are fizzy.
They are fizzy. That is true. Very similar to a lemon. In fact, in many ways, I think they're interchangeable. If you don't have a lemon, you can use a lime and vice versa. Good for putting in drinks as well. Arlo, have a bit of lime. Do what you think. Do you hold it and taste it properly? I'm going to give it 56. One more than a lemon. Okay, this is the one that you've been interested in. This is a papaya. Surprised to get that in Asda this morning. See, they didn't have any peaches. Surprised they're smashing out papayas like it's nothing. Well played, Asda. Should we open it up?
Yeah.
Here's some papaya. See what you think.
Good.
Good? I don't think I've ever had a papaya in this country. I've only had it when I've been in tropical climes, like when I've been to Costa Rica or somewhere like that. So it does make me think of holidays. 53. Arlo?
59.
Okay. Next one, and it is a favourite here. And I should say, seasonality is very important when it comes to strawberries. If you get a strawberry in June or July, it's this glorious, wonderful experience. And if you get a strawberry in December, it's like you're eating death. Arlo, what do you think of this?
Good.
That's a great strawberry. I would say there's a little bit of faff in the strawberry, is getting this bit off the top. So the option, if you're going to do it by hand, you've really got to dig in and get it out. It can get a bit messy. You see my hands have got sticky now from doing that. I quite often will just cut the top off, a little bit wasteful. But you can put that in the compost and it's all right, and you don't have all that sort of stickiness over you. But yeah, great food. I'm going to give strawberry 77 out of 100. Arlo?
160 million trillion.
Wow. Next we look at one of my favourite fruits, the mango. But it is a fruit that is only great if you get it ripe. If it's not ripe, you have to really crunch through it. It's horrible. A ripe mango is one of the greatest things on earth. Let's cut into it and see how this mango I bought today in Asda shapes up. It's feeling quite ripe. Have a little taste of that, hello? Oh, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's an incredible fruit. So nice and soft when it's ripe. So much flavour. Not too sweet, not too tart. Nothing, very little can go against the mango. I'm going to give that an enormous 93 out of 100. Arlo?
1,000 million trillion, 90,000 million trillion.
Big number. Pineapple now. It's one of my daughter Kitty's favourite fruits, and it is a classic. Let's have a little open up of it and see how it goes. Very unique looking fruit, the pineapple, isn't it, Arlo? You don't see many other fruits like this, do you? And a good flavour. It's a fruit that sort of hurts to eat it, which goes against it, but it is quite nice. It's got a good flavour. I don't think it's brilliant, if I'm honest. I think it's a little bit overrated. I'm going to give it 44 out of 100. Arlo?
99.
Whoa, nice twist. Now we're on to the humble blueberry. A terrific fruit, to be honest. Do you want the big one or the little one? Little? Okay, let's have some blueberry action. You're right there. Blueberries weren't really around when I was a kid in the UK. It wasn't very easy to get hold of blueberries, but now they've become a lot more popular, coming over from America, of course. Good in a muffin as well, which got to go for them. Arlo, what are you going to give it out of 100?
Billion, trillion, million, billion, million, billion.
Personally, I'm going to give the blueberry a high score of 85, putting it just ahead of the banana. Melon next. You've got a big range of melons. The worst melon is the watermelon. Too many seeds. Can be quite watery, I guess, but the clue is in the title of that. This is a cantaloupe. Gallia, also a great melon. Honeydew, alright melon. This is one of the best, I think. Let's get stuck in. What do you think of melon, Arlo?
Amazing.
Amazing. It is a good fruit. I just think it lacks the strength of flavour of a lot of things. They can be watery, even not a watermelon, they're quite watery. They're nice, but I don't think they're ever going to be absolutely top tier, so I'm going to give a melon 68. Otto's come to help now, as we've got into grapefruit. You heard us talking about grapefruit and what's involved.
Orange.
Does it orange? Have a little taste of that, tell me what you think. It's unusual, the grapefruit, because some people aren't allowed to have it. They're on like heart medication stuff, aren't they? Because it can kill them. So you've got to admire any fruit that can kill you. I am not a fan of the grapefruit. Apart from its killing potential, I don't really think it's got a lot going for it. I'm going to give it a pretty disappointing 14 out of 100. Arlo, what are you going to give it?
10.
10. What are you going to give it, Otto?
Out of 100, I'll give it
150.
These are grapes. Brilliant, brilliant fruit. Really big fan of this. Have a grape, Arlo. These are black grapes. They come in red and green flavours as well. They can be used to make wine. There's a lot of options for grapes. You want to get the seedless ones if you know how to grape before. It's magnificent. Very easy to eat. Not too messy, because to be honest, you shouldn't get any of the juice on you. You can choose the protective skin. There's still pleasant skin to eat when you compare it to things like kiwi.
really juicy.
Really juicy.
Like, when you like crunch it in your mouth, it just explodes. And do you know what that juice is called?
Grape juice. I think it's a terrific thing, and I'm going to give grapes 85 out of 100. Oranges next, and this orange is going to represent all of the orange citrus fruit types. It includes your clementines, your tangerines, your satsumas. We're going to try eating the orange football half-time style by just sucking out. There's yours, Arlo. One for yours. This here. When you get a good orange, the flavour's fantastic, the opportunities for juicing are fantastic, but the problem is they are too messy. My hands are sticky with this oranginess. They'll stink for a while with orange, I'll get orange in my nails. It's an unpleasant process. I'm going to give it 52. Nectarine here, representing the nectarine and peach family. Peaches were not in stock at Asda this morning. And there's a few fruit that I really like that aren't here. I haven't made it on the list by not being in stock. For example, the apricot is one of my favourite fruits that hasn't made it in. If your fruit isn't here, don't get angry at me. Get angry at your chosen fruits distribution network, which needs to be improved if it's going to qualify for this event. Nectarine, peach, both very good. Again, they can suffer the same things as oranges do when you get very, very messy hands. Overall, I'm going to give a nectarine 60 out of 100. On to our final fruit now of the ones that we have on offer here, and it is the raspberry, a classic of British summers. Scottish, Scotland does some great raspberries. There you go, one for you, Arlo. One for you, Otto. I'll take this one here. There's not really the mess that you get with strawberries. They come with the thing already out. You'd have to pull the stalk and stuff like that generally. They've got really good flavour. They're great in a lot of different things. You can chuck them on your cereal in the morning or something. They're a really terrific food. They've got the flavour, but without being too juicy, too messy, anything like that. Absolutely fantastic. And I've got to say, I've left the raspberry last because I believe the raspberry to be the greatest fruit in existence. Arlo, what will you give it out of 100?
101.
Otto, what will you give it out of 100?
100.
I think it's fantastic. It's a brilliant fruit. Got so much going for it. I'm going to give the raspberry an all-time top score of 96 out of 100. So that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. The winner for me is raspberry. Arlo, what's your favourite fruit?
The raspberry.
Raspberry as well for Arlo. Otto, have you got a favourite?
Yeah.
What? Grapes. Otto picks grapes. Thanks very much for watching, and thanks to Air Up for sponsoring the video. Very kind of you. Keeps me in fruit and keeps these boys healthy. So thank you everyone for watching. Would recommend you go and check out their products. Discount code Robbie will get you 10% off at the web shop. Link down in the description. Thanks for everyone for watching, and back for another video soon. Thank you.
Wait, one more thing. Can I have your face because I haven't earlier?
Yes, if you like.